YouTubers have been shot and killed at their own concerts and robbed, and people still don't understand why this is a bad thing to do? Hello and welcome back to the channel and Vlogmas. Today I want to talk about something that might be a little touchy. It is a little bit touchy, but it's extremely important to tell you. We have to talk about this. Please stop going to YouTubers' houses. I have been wanting to talk about this outside of like Twitter and Facebook and wherever else for quite some time, but I just never did a video of it because I guess I was a little bit scared to, but I can't be quiet about this any longer. I really cannot. So this is actually inspired by a tweet that James Charles made this morning. And this tweet says, "Please stop showing up at my house. I will not hug you. I will not take a photo with you. And I absolutely will not sign your palette. It is extremely disrespectful and makes me feel very unsafe in my own home. Respect people's privacy. It's really not that hard." And you know what? This is not the first person to make a tweet or a video about this kind of thing. If I recall correctly, about a couple of months ago, maybe it was a year ago, I'm not sure of the exact timeline, Julian, who is Jenna Marbles' boyfriend, they live together and they're some of the biggest, if not the biggest, besides PewDiePie and, you know, others, YouTubers out there. And there was a video made, you know, really not that long ago about how someone's mom was driving around and then she came to their house, knocked on the door, I think. I don't know about the specifics, but the mom wanted, you know, she was like, "My son wants to meet you," or whatever, and it's like, how did you find my house and why are you here? Why did you drive all the way over here? Zoella and Alfie had people come to their houses and, you know, their mansion was displayed out on tabloids for everybody in the United Kingdom and, well, the internet to see, because of course it's going to be posted on the internet. It's Zoella. And all I can think about is, why do some of these people think that this is okay? Why do viewers, some of you who might think this is okay might be watching this. So if you are, why do you think that this is okay? I don't understand this. We would not be okay. We are not okay when people break into others' homes, you know, and knock on the door and whatever. It's scary. So why is it suddenly different when it's YouTubers? I say this because there's a tweet that I saw, and I'm not even going to post this one on here, but I am going to read it. And this was actually in response to James. And she says, "Your frustration is completely understandable, but don't forget who got you to where you are. It's those same people who will keep you going or ruin you. You have them to thank for where you're living and what you're driving. It comes with the territory, kid." What in the f*** are you on? Let me just say this, because I feel like maybe people just aren't aware, and that's fine. You don't have to be aware of everything that happens. But Christina Grimmie was shot and killed at her own concert by a very obsessed fan. Gavin and Meg, I believe those are their names, were robbed, and Gavin was supposed to die according to the guy that broke into their house. A guy wanted to kill Gavin because he was jealous. Dr. Disrespect, he's a Twitch streamer, he's not on YouTube, but still, somebody shot at his windows 2 days in a row, I think. He was in the middle of streaming when this happened, so thousands of people saw and heard what he was going through, because there were gunshots while he was trying to game, and he had to get up and go outside and find out what the heck was going on, and then he had to come back to the stream and turn it off and say, "Well, there's gunshots, people are shooting at my house and I have a wife and a kid." And of course YouTubers were getting harassed at Playlist and VidCon and things like that, just going out and about doing whatever it is that they want to do. And people do not have a right to trespass onto other people's property and expect a YouTuber or whoever else to be happy about it. Like, there are people that will go to the extreme of trying to Google and really investigate where somebody lives so they can drive hours to go to their house. In fact, I'm pretty sure There is a video somewhere on YouTube of somebody that went and found somebody's house, another big YouTuber's house, and trespassed, and they filmed it and put it on YouTube. And I can't remember who talked about it. It was a drama channel, maybe it was iDubbbz. I don't even remember, honestly, I don't remember who talked about that. But just, why would you think that that is okay? It scares the absolute out of people. It's completely dangerous. One, you never know what the person who is going to answer the door is going to do. Not only are you risking the YouTuber's safety, but you're risking your own safety. Again, may I add that YouTubers have gotten killed because of actions like this, because of the obsession of the feeling of entitlement, of thinking that, with these viewers thinking, oh, well, because they display their lives out on YouTube, that means it's okay because I feel like I have a connection with them. I feel like I'm friends with them. You're not friends with them. And you're not entitled to going to their houses and expecting a happy response because you weren't invited and they don't know you. YouTubers have a right to privacy, especially in their own home, and you are breaking that. You're not being a loving fan, you're being creepy, and it's bad. Honestly, I wouldn't feel bad if James had opened the door and like yelled in whoever's face, because honestly, I would give James props for that. I would give any other YouTuber props for that, because that's just scary. Other things that have worried me is that occasionally, I've been noticed out in public and people will see me, they don't say hi to me or anything, which, by the way, if you ever see me in public, you're allowed to say hi, except, people might see a YouTuber out and about at like the late hours of the morning, and let's be honest, it's dark, it's creepy, and sometimes you're in an area where it's empty, and if you have somebody come up to you at that kind of hour with nobody around, especially if it's like outside in a parking lot, it gets to be a little bit creepy. And sometimes people will be like, hey, I saw you at so-and-so or this such place in this smaller area at this time. Was that you? They'll say that out into the public for everybody to see, and there's something about that makes me feel very uncomfortable. Like, it's one thing if they were to message and say that type of thing, but it's just really uncomfortable when somebody does that, like, just for everyone to see. Because a lot of the times, let's be honest, unless you live in, like, Los Angeles or New York where it's pretty broad, a lot of YouTubers live in smaller areas. Smaller YouTubers living in smaller areas, but they'll say that they live in such and such area because it's bigger, and it just makes more sense, and there's a little bit of privacy. But if you see that YouTuber out and about somewhere at like 3 a.m., don't say anything. Leave it in a Facebook message or a Twitter message, but please don't say that type of thing out in the public, because it's not nearly as bad as going to their houses and knocking on the door and expecting somebody to sign something or say hello and be extremely happy to see you. No, but it can make somebody a little bit uncomfortable. Listen, I understand when you get so excited about knowing where somebody lives. Yes, that might be exciting, but it's just too damn creepy. Don't act on it. Actually, in fact, if you were trying to actually go out of your way to investigate where this person is living, that's just wrong. Don't get excited about that. That's not something that you should be proud of. But if they happen to make it public information for whatever reason, Jake Paul. Like, I get the excitement or whatever. Little teenage me would get the excitement. But that still doesn't mean that you have the right to act on it. It's invasive. It's trespassing. Don't do it. I'm really hoping that these people are like 16 and younger. I mean, even at 15, I feel like I would know that it's not a good thing to do. But I feel like it's possible that some of these people are also adults, and that is really scary. I mean, the person who murdered Christina, the person who broke into Gavin's home, they were adults. That is wrong and creepy, and it's just mind-boggling to me. But I just don't understand. I wish people would try to make us understand, but I don't think you're gonna have any answer that justifies those type of actions. Parents, please come collect your kids and teach them some manners, because this is not good. Do not enable your kids to be like that. And kids, just don't do it. That's all I want to say on the matter. Be safe. Make smart choices. If you see YouTubers out and about, Usually it's okay to say hi to them, just don't go to their houses. As always, I very much appreciate you watching, but before you go, if you haven't, consider being a pledge on Patreon. It's a great way to support your favorite creators' content. From me, you get things like music playlists, written pieces you won't see anywhere else, and pen pal letters and things if you pledge high enough. And I will see you later. Bye!